I like this. I like all these comedians and all this. It feels busy, but it feels like a comedy room. I like it. Very nice. Welcome to the Comedy Zone, guys. Y'all from around here? No? Yes? No? Anybody take a horse buggy here tonight? I grew up in South Jersey, so we used to go to Hershey Park every year, and then once in a while you get stuck behind a buggy, and you're just like, oh, this is cool. What? It's weird. It's really weird. I just turned 41. Anybody in their 40s in here? You don't sound too happy about that. Yeah, come on. No, it's weird, man. I am 41. I have a single bedroom apartment. I'm single myself. I have a cat and 28 plants, a couple guns, and I have depression. So I'm on a list somewhere. Pretty sure there's a lot of red flags there. I'm just kidding. I moved back to South Jersey. I have a girlfriend, so it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm off Tinder. Anybody on Tinder in here? I don't know. I don't think you're being truthful. I think there's a couple of you. You know, Tinder's the only app you can download an STD directly into your phone. It's crazy. Technology these days. It's nuts. I met a foodie one time on Tinder before I was, in a relationship. I met a foodie. Anybody, any foodies in here? What is that? Like, she's like, I asked her, I was like, what kind of hobby is that? She's like, well, I'd like to travel around and eat in different places. I was like, oh, okay. You like to eat. You know, that's a basic human necessity. It's not exactly a hobby. You know where there's a lot of foodies? Third world countries have a ton of foodies. Tons of foodies. It's like their favorite thing. Not much food, but tons of foodies. It's just a silly name for a hobby, and it's like, you have to eat or you'll die, I have a hobby myself. I like to travel around and try out different bathrooms. I guess you could sort of call me a poopy. See how stupid that sounds? So silly. I moved back to South Jersey because of my parents. My parents are 76. Anybody in their 70s in here? Yeah? Wait, you said yeah. You have a really young voice for being 70. Is your parent 70 or you're 70? Really? You've got the voice of an angel. Got to be called home. No, I'm just kidding. Joking. My parents are 76. And how old are you, ma'am? 70. Oh, 70 on the nose. Okay. And do you feel like, you just don't really care about people's perceptions of you anymore? Because that's my dad. He's 76 and he's like steaming the broccoli in the grocery store on the way by. Like that. We can hear you. Like everybody can hear you in here. Smelling you too, right? No, it's just weird. Like you don't care as much anymore. And everybody wants to know how you get to be as old as you are, right? Once you get to be like, 90, 100, 110, people are really curious because they want to know the secret, the fountain of youth, your longevity, right? And they always have these weird, they'll interview like a World War II vet, and he's like, well, I dip my feet in Epsom salt every night. You salt your feet? What do you, salted toes is a secret? Like, is that, it's very strange. So you pickle yourself, is what you're saying. Is that, use any dill? What are you, a Clausen? I don't understand. So you're not even alive, you're just pickled? Is this... But people listen to this advice, right? Like, it gave me an idea. If I ever get to be over 100 years old, I'm just going to make something up when they ask me. Be like, Darren, how'd you get to be 107? Like, well, that's a good story. I want to sit down and tell you all about it. Every morning before breakfast, I take a little bit of Frank's hot sauce and smack it on my balls. Makes me feel so alive. I'm like, what? That's weird. Really weird, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it for sure, actually. It's like dipping them in an anthill. You get up, it's like an ice bath. Real highbrow stuff, guys. Real highbrow stuff here tonight. You're gonna learn a lot. No, I'm not the biggest idiot in the world, but I'm kind of an idiot sometimes. I wish I had a British accent, because that would make me sound more intelligent. You guys think a British accent, you hear somebody speak with a British accent, they automatically have more credibility. right? You're like, hello, how are you? You're like, wow, this guy's smart. Wow. Whoa, look at the big brain on you. Like, what do you do? I'm homeless. You're like, oh, okay. You're still smart. Couple bad decisions, right? Some accents make you sound kind of dumb. Southern accent. I used to live in Florida for a while. Woo! I don't do this joke down there, but anybody from Florida? All right, thank you. No, it's a great state, but when I hear that Southern, hey, how you doing, man? I'm like, oh man, I don't even know. I don't know what to say right now. It's funny. You know, what accent I really love is David Attenborough. You know who that guy is? I mean, he's the one who narrates all those like nature documentaries. This guy is like in his 90s, and he's been a proponent of saving the planet for, I guess, as long as people have been trying to save it, right? And you know his voice. He's like, look at the humpback whale swim around its tiny, tiny little daughter. It's one of the most peaceful and docile next monstrous creatures in the ocean. Now you're just like, oh, is this the last documentary he did? Like he's about to. One of these days he's gonna be, and here we have. Is that it? Is he gone? What? No, I love listening to him though. I love listening because he makes everything sound more interesting. My girlfriend watches Keeping Up with the Kardashians once in a while. And I'm like, this is trash. Like, you're melting your brain. Like, sometimes I look in her ears and I actually see some brain matter, like, kind of coming out the side. I'm like, tilt it, babe. You don't want to lose too much. But, however, like, if David Attenborough was narrating the Kardashians, whoa, I'm on board, right? Nestled deep in the hills of Calabasas, California, lives one of the dumbest organisms alive. It's incredible how the entire family has made profit off of one shitty sex tape. They really have, right? $1 billion industry off of Kim. It's like, come on. There's more plastic in the Kardashians' body than the entire 7 oceans combined. Must stop this. Save the planet. Save the planet. He can narrate any reality show, right? What other reality show? Let's try this out. Survivor. And look at the sweaty, smelly white people pretend to be stranded on an island. They have no idea what real struggle is. They could eat at any time, yet they're pretending they have to live off of bugs. You know, they have like a whole crew around them that has like crafty services. They're sitting there mowing down on pizza. It's like, all right, Barry, you're gonna pretend you're homeless here. I'm like, okay. that was a lot better than last night. I tried that joke last night. I was like, someone yell out a show, and someone was like, MASH. I was like, how do you narrate MASH? Like, that's depressing. I was like, okay. It's like, MASH? It was an older crowd, I think. It was unexpected. Came out of left field. One show my girlfriend is really hot on right now that I started watching a little bit, and it's actually really, really sweet and endearing, but also incredibly comical, is Love on the Spectrum. Have you guys seen this? Basically, it takes autistic people in various stages on the spectrum. Like some people are like pretty far gone, not far gone. I'm sorry. Some of them are almost dead. No, some of them, like there's some people you meet an autistic person and they're like almost hard to tell that they have autism. Some people you're like, whoa, what are you smoking, right? And it's not a bad thing. It's just their brain works differently, right? So what I think is really funny is like this is a dating show. It's called Love on the Spectrum, and these autistic people will go up, which is brutal honesty. On a first date, they're like, hi, Jennifer, you're not as pretty as I thought you'd be, but you look nice. And you're like, oh, thanks a lot. Wow, those shoes look stupid with those pants, but I love ice cream, so like, wow. I think we're gonna get along. And be like, wow, you guys really seem like you hit it off. And so this is the funny thing, all right? This is the funny thing. So I always wondered, I was like, I wonder what it'd be like to have an interaction like that, right? And so I swear to God, after the show last night, this kid comes up to me. I'm standing next to the guy who opened up for us, and then a couple other people. And this kid comes up and he's getting pictures with us, and he's like, hey, I just, I have a couple pointers for you. And I was like, oh, here we go. Because I could already tell, like, he was, in a different place, right? And he's like, so I think your set was, it was too long. It was too long. It could have been shorter. And your jokes were not great. They weren't great. They were okay. They were good, but the other comedians were funnier. You were the least funny. And he was like giving me bullet points of how bad I sucked, and I was like, all right, this is fun. This is cool. I gotta appreciate the honesty. It's refreshing, but I'm gonna kill myself now. This sucks. It was so funny, guys. It was really funny. True story. I wish I had it on video. It was really funny. I'm not even. Yeah. You okay? they're like, we agree with him. You're like, oh, okay. You guys are laughing way too hard at this. We're like, we get it. We totally get it. Oh my God, we get it. He's so right. He's a really smart guy. I just moved to South Jersey, so it's like I grew up around like a lot of farmland, and so now I finally have like space, and it's nice, because I just moved from West Hollywood, California, which is like living in a homeless pop-up book. They come out of nowhere, they're just like, do you have any change? And I'm like, where did you come from? Like, what happened? Did you come out of the sewer? What happened? Manhole cover? Like, it's like, are those nunchucks? Or like, oh, those are feces, don't throw those at me. Yeah. You gotta, what the? When I lived in West Hollywood, California, I said that 4 or 5 times a day. I'd be like, what the? The amount of homeless peeing that I saw was remarkable. Remarkable. I was like, can you put that away, sir? It's making me feel bad. Okay. No, it's just a different place. It's a different place. It's nice. It's nice to be in a place where you don't have to worry about, getting carjacked and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Are we rebooting right now? What if I was a robot and he was just like shutting me down? That's the guy. That's the guy from last night. Anybody watch that Jeffrey Dahmer show on Netflix? Wow, right? Crazy. Like, I was a kid when Jeffrey Dahmer was like hot, you know what I mean? When he was like in, he was like the. But then, like, I'm watching the show, and I was like, you know what? Actually, he was kind of endearing. Like, everybody always says, oh, it's Jeffrey Dahmer, he's so superficial, but he really cared about the inside. He really did. He carved people's heart out, guys. No, it's just a strange thing to watch. Like, I can't get on board with that. Cannibalism, I'm just not into it. Call me crazy. Call me crazy, guys. If there's a politician that's like, hey, no cannibalism, I'd be like, okay, you got my vote. I think it's illegal anyway, though, right? It should be. It should be. It's strange. I love when, I can't wait for elections to come back around just because I love the mudslinging ads right before the election campaign. This is a bipartisan joke, by the way, guys, so relax. It's both sides. Both sides, like, they take the gloves off and they start making up stuff about their opponent. They're like, John Thompson has a dirty little secret he doesn't want you to know about. Oh, like, I want to know what it is, right? It's like a soap opera. John Thompson's favorite food is German bratwurst. You're like, so? Like, what does that have to do with anything? What's next, John Thompson? Are you going to single-handedly resurrect the Nazi party? It's like, whoa, that's a stretch. That's a stretch. But then they keep going with it. We're like, when John Thompson's wife goes out of town, he puts on her bra and panties and then proceeds to bake swastika-shaped sugar cookies. John Thompson, candidate for president, or just another cross-dressing Nazi baking cookies? Using your tax dollars. Whoa, it's weird. Right? It's very strange. Strange, very strange. Oh man, we got Eagles. Were you guys Steelers fans or Eagles fans? Eagles? You guys are like in no man's land, so like it's half and half. I'm a Birds fan. I gotta go with the Birds. There you go. It's nice. And I like the Phillies. Fly Eagles fly. That's what we say. But I like the Phillies too. I just love baseball, guys. Honestly, I love baseball. I love to see the competition. I was a little disappointed when they like outlawed steroids. I was like, you know what? Where are my 700 home runs? You know what I mean? Like, I want to see some balls hit. I want to see them go, right? Because I don't even think steroids are a drug. I've never had a homeless person come up to me on the street that was addicted to steroids. I've never seen that. Like, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you. Do you have a chicken breast and some protein powder that I can... I've got to get back to the shelter and do some squats in a half hour. Never seen that. Never seen it. Takes a lot. I'm out of shape. I think I'm out of shape. Sure. Definitely out of shape. Gonna take a knee. All right. Gonna take a knee. I like living. You guys kind of live in the country a little bit too. Like, this is pretty rural, right? Anybody got a doomsday bunker? I've been doing this joke for 5 years, and I have yet to meet one person with a doomsday bunker, and I'm just dying. Because I want to build a doomsday bunker. This is the first time in my life I'm like, we gotta hunker down! Start collecting guns, ammunition, canned goods, right? No? Okay. But I could never do that. I used to live in an apartment in West Hollywood. If I told my landlord, he'd be like, what are you doing? You got to build this here. So I was like, where do I feel safe? Where am I going to go? Where do I feel safe? Turns out it's Trader Joe's, guys. Oh my God. TJ's, baby. There's something going on there. There's something at Trader Joe's. I don't know what it is. There's something in the air. Everybody, you ever been to a grocery store with so many happy employees? They're way too happy. They know something we don't know, okay? It's Trader Joe's. All right, everybody's got like a Hawaiian camouflage paramilitary shirt on, right? I don't know. They're all wearing box cutters. They're armed. It's got a little leather sheath. You can open up some artichoke hearts or open up an artery, all right? They're trained, I think. It's Trader Joe's. Trader, turncoat, turncoat Joe's. If the revolution happens, it's starting at TJ's, guys. Don't you see that? They give you little samples. They used to give the samples before the pandemic. They're not giving you samples. They're trying to teach you how to ration your food. Seems plausible. You guys get the Fearless Flyer in the mail? It's like this thick. Why do you need that much copy to describe Joe's O's or blueberry scones? I think there's code in there. If you read through, you're going to see when's happening, when the revolution's going to happen, when the ship's leaving, one if by land, two if by Trader Joe's, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to happen at TJ's. I could go on. They have affiliates in every country. Trader Giotto, Trader Ming. Just saying. When I was living in West Hollywood, it was a very predominantly homosexual area, which is great for a guy in his 40s who needs a little bit of self-confidence. Some guys don't like getting hit on by other men, but bring them to daddy, okay? I'm telling you, my self-confidence when 30, 39, 40 started dipping and these guys would walk by and like, oh, hey. I'd be like, oh, hey. You know, I'm just saying. You know they catcall you? Do you ever get catcalled by another man? This guy's not afraid. It's kind of it's a compliment, right? Because they're the most superficial dudes on the planet. You ever seen like a 50-year-old gay guy? He's like a superhero. He's walking around like, excuse me, bro, you gonna work out on that? And we're like, I don't know, you wanna work out on it, buddy? Come on. As long as they're respectful about it, I don't mind, you know? I had this one guy walk by me one time, true story, he walks by, he's like, aren't you a little slut? And I was like, what? I don't know. Is that a rhetorical question? I don't even know how to answer that, man. And I started like second guessing myself. I was like, are these jeans too tight? What's up with this sweater? I don't even know. I don't think so. I don't think I'm a little flat. Is that the energy that I'm portraying in your world? Like that's what I am to you, you know? It wasn't that offensive. The most offensive thing about it was he was like a 4. Alright. I was hoping I could pull like a 9, 9.5, right? Went like some 7'6", 7" Latino to saunter up to me. Do you like a daiquiri? You'd be like, of course I do. Come here. How you dancing so far? Oh man, I love my gays. I love everybody, bro. I love everybody. I love every color. I do. I have friends of all different socioeconomic status, rich, poor, everything in between. I just love people. I love to laugh at people. That's why I like people, you know? Seriously, that's my bond. All my friends, we like to laugh together. I feel like if you don't like a group of people, you don't get to appreciate the fruits of their labor. Right? You don't like gays, right? There goes fashion. You gotta wear like burlap bags everywhere, right? You gotta wear the ugliest clothes. You gotta shop at like Target, okay? Sorry if anybody shops at Target for their clothes. So my girlfriend's like, they have some cute swimsuits. When I was writing the joke, I was like, shut up. All right. Not important. You don't like Mexicans? I better not see you with a taco or burrito, okay? No fiestas for you, all right? If I see you with a piñata at your birthday party and I hear a racial slur, okay, I'm beating it myself, right? And then, I gotta get out of here, guys. I gotta get out of here. But I think that's it. I was like, you guys having a good time? All right, please give it up for your host. Give it up for Damien one more time, everybody.